Johnny.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
I am Dracula.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
The thing from another world. This is the spot where it was first seen. And these are the first people who saw the thing.
Captain, it was awful! Those hands and those eyes! Captain, you've got to do something about it! You've got...
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly?
Alright, welcome to the Spooky Moon Podcast. The first episode of the Spooky Moon Podcast today. I have a guest. Who am I with?
P-Wing, Preston Southern. You can find me on YouTube as P-Wing though.
And we've known each other since second grade. We've always liked Halloween and the Halloween vibe and spook houses and
Definitely.
horror movies and all that stuff.
Definitely.
So, for this first episode, we wanted to have a little chill episode about Halloween. First, I want to talk about my plans for this podcast, since this is the first episode. I plan on doing reviews on horror movies and horror books that I read, and then I also want to do some true conspiracy, like haunted places, haunted mansions, and stuff like that. And on those, I'd probably have Preston with me on most of the time, and we'll talk about some true haunting stuff, because we live in rural Missouri, and we just have a lot around here.
Oh, yeah.
Not even counting all the other states of America and the Midwest, especially.
We have surprisingly quite a few, just also within 20 miles of us. Joplin area, Neosho, I'm pretty sure has quite a bit. Springfield.
Neosho has a lot. I know just here in Joplin there's at least 4 or 5, and then we have the Prosperity Bed and Breakfast that Creston grew up next to.
Yeah, pretty much right down the street, actually.
So we're definitely, that might be the first one we do, is the Prosperity Bed and Breakfast.
We have quite a bit of knowledge on it, actually, and
already
it's so close. So
Preston made a video of it back in the day. I don't know if it's still up or not.
It might still be up, but it's just a bunch of information. And then the other video, we were all gonna try, and the whole friend group that one time. I never got to post that one, but that one was really wild. It's creepy. Yeah. Prosperity Bed and Breakfast near Webb City. Creepy place.
So, for this podcast, I think I'm going to attempt at every Saturday, but it might be every other Saturday. I honestly won't even know until I start doing it. I already have a couple plans for some episodes. Problem is, I don't know if I want to do episodes by myself or not yet. If I want to try to have a guest every time, which I don't think will happen. I think I will have to do most of them by myself. But I'll try to have Preston, and I can't really think, maybe Trenton, one of our other buddies, but he's just not really the podcast type. I don't know if he'd be willing to do this.
I bet he'd try it, but...
I know Preston, we both are big fans of Halloween and the spooky season.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to have him on this one. It's mid-October. I think it's October 18th?
Oh, it was 17th. Let's see. 18th, you're right.
October 18th, and we're right in the middle of spooky season, so we had to talk about Halloween for this one.
Yes, sir.
Talk about our Halloween past. What we do during Halloween. What do you do during Halloween?
What do you mean? Our past? Our past?
What have we done? We've had some fun Halloween.
We've had some, exciting Halloweens. What, can you remember our first Halloween?
Our first Halloween?
What did we do our first
If you
Halloween?
really want to take it back, second grade, the only memory I have of that is the school parade that we used to have. And you were that.
Oh, the clown?
You were that scary clown. I can't remember what I was. Our elementary school used to have this Halloween parade, and you dress up and stuff, but if you want to shoot forward a little bit to when we started actually doing stuff,
Probably mask
yeah,
hunting,
we
right?
started collecting masks, and we would make our Yeah, we'd make our little home haunts with the church we used to
Yeah.
go to.
Oh yeah. That was pretty badass. The little. Oh, hey, did we ever have names for those, or we just put up a little sign and be like, "Spook House here, come on in.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you
I
don't."
remember the first year we did it, we like got everything ready the day before. Like we built the whole thing on October 30th.
Just the day before we opened.
And then it was free all Halloween night because it was in a town that I grew up in, and it was always a busy main street during Halloween, trick-or-treaters. It was before COVID and all that, so it was like busy Halloween. And we actually had a lot come through that
Yeah,
night,
and
it was completely free.
your hometown is also like, it's the perfect vibe for Halloween. It usually has a Halloween vibe throughout the year just because how old-timey the buildings and all the structures are, but
Yeah.
during Halloween it hits different. It's like you're in a movie or something. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like you're walking down like a street, like Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like you're walking down Elm Street. And
We have Elm Street in that town too.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah. And I remember the second year, the next year, we prepared a little bit more. I think we maybe started a week before.
What was it?
That was whenever we did like the upstairs and the downstairs. That one was fun. And we had like a nursery in the church, and we used that and did the whole stuff.
And we actually had quite a big friend group helping
Yeah,
us.
we had a huge friend group there. And that one, I think we charged like $1 a piece. We didn't get any of that money.
I don't think we
It went to like donation for the church, but I can't remember how much we got from it, but I know we still had quite a few people come through for $1 a piece.
We did?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of groups.
I know we had a lot of people coming in, but I don't remember. And like you guys know, like the little house home. What do you call them? House home haunts.
Home haunt, like homemade haunts.
Like when you were a kid, would you ever go like trick or treating and then someone would just have their garage door open and they'd have like a little spook house in their little garage and you walk through it while your parents are standing outside?
Yeah,
I used to do those.
Back when people used to care about Halloween. Nah, it's like dying every year. I feel
What
like
is it?
we
I
gotta
feel
keep
like
it.
this year it bumped
Yeah,
up.
this year I have been. Spirit's been good.
The other Halloween store, there was a. No, I've never seen the Halloween store.
No, yeah, we have like a hometown Halloween store that opened this year.
What was it called? It was like super. It was like Halloween Superstore.
They just called it the Halloween Superstore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We gotta keep this spooky spirit alive.
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is gonna do.
I mean, well, this podcast is gonna be the only reason the spooky spirit gets keeping alive.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna keep
saved.
it alive. We actually did a few more haunts than that. Those were the first two haunts. Remember, it was okay. So which one came first? Was it the haunted hayride or the one we did?
We did do a hayride. We did one at the cemetery, didn't we?
Yeah, that one was fun. But you remember the?
I can't remember that.
You can't remember that?
The hayride. Didn't like some. We went there, and wasn't there another person over there? And we heard like screams when I started walking towards the center of the cemetery. Someone screamed, like a blood curdling scream. I started running.
A lot of stuff, and we're talking about the Carterville Cemetery. And you guys probably haven't heard of that, but it does have a history, a Civil War history
It does.
to it that I haven't really dove deep into, but I know it has it. So there actually has been some paranormal stuff going on there, and we've seen some stuff.
What was? What did
And
we
then
do?
we did the one at the park, the Carterville Park, back, and you walk down the alleyway, and it's like a random park.
Yeah. I don't remember the park at all. Like
That one
I
was
remember-
the hardest to set up, I remember.
I really don't remember the park at all. I feel like we took a bunch of junk from my house, right? A bunch of just scrapyard junk, and we
Yeah.
tried to set it up. I can't really remember that one. I remember the double-story church one, the best, like, because that was probably my favorite one, the upstairs and downstairs, because that one actually, like, freaked
That
me
one,
out.
that one was like the most professional setup we had, and we actually had
More
like,
time, at least 3
we had
days.
we had multiple rooms. Each room had like
Hallways.
its own set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a hallway.
Yeah, each room did have its own set. We had music going in there because we had Wi-Fi, and then we were able to plug in crap because we were in a building that time.
Yeah, we had a fog machine and a
Yeah, we did! Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was probably the best one. But the hayride one is coming back to me a little more now. Like, I remember hiding behind gravestones and jumping out at people.
Yeah, I'd say
That was a good one.
fun-wise, the hayride was the funnest.
That was like the one outside.
But the best actual hunt was probably the 2-story. The second year we did it.
I'm not gonna lie though, being one of those people like being scared on the hayride is probably creepy. Seeing that's like the top tier when we had every single one of our masks. It was probably the hayride, right? Because that was probably like one of the last times we ever did that.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
I think
That's when we had all the masks.
it was either the hayride that was the last year we did it,
Or the
or
devil.
or
No,
the
park.
park.
Because we were
Yeah, the park one
there were
was the
some
last.
people that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the park last one.
the
Wasn't
park
it?
was the last one we did.
Or was the park and the hayride on like close together? Or were those two separate years?
I think they're 2 separate years.
We sure? Because we had a lot of help with the hayride too. A lot of different help.
Yeah, it could have been the same year, but it felt like 2 different.
Maybe.
Because the hayride started early.
Mm-hmm.
We did the hayride first, and then we went over to the park, I think.
I feel like we had help with the hayride a lot.
Yeah.
Some of our friends. Because I remember everyone that was in the park. But I don't remember like how good was the park. I have pictures on my phone of
It wasn't that good because we set it up that night. We set it up Halloween night, and then we had people come from the hayride to the.
Yeah, so it was together.
It was. I remember now. It's all coming back to me now. It was the same night, and we had people at the cemetery scaring, and then we had people at the
waiting
park
yeah.
waiting, and then one of the stops was the park
Mm-hmm.
on the way to the cemetery, and then they'd get scared through the park. They'd get back on the hayride, go down to the cemetery,
Yeah.
and get scared again,
Yeah.
and then come back up.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But anyway, off track a little bit. We've had fun on Halloween.
Heck yeah.
And even the ones that we didn't do that type of stuff, we'd go like, we wouldn't go trick-or-treating, but we'd go around town and like, just do random
I
stuff.
mean, your hometown.
We never like egged houses or anything like that.
No, but your hometown, dude, like, we never even scared kids, but we just walk around because the vibe. We
Yeah.
just,
We love
our
it.
whole friend group, like, kind of like creepy shit. Like, at least me, you, your bro.
I'd say me and you for sure. But yeah, we just love being out on Halloween. I don't want to be cooped up.
Yeah, just walking. The
I'd
weather's
rather-
always crazy nice.
Yeah.
Enjoyable night for sure. Atmosphere is crazy. But then spook housing, going spook housing ourselves, and
Spook housing during the season for sure. We have Preston has a video on his old channel,
yeah, Wolf King.
Wolf King, that has a video of us going to 2 or 3.
It's 2 or 3. It's like 2 or 3, also 2 or 3 different nights. So like I'm with different people throughout the whole thing. But I know me, you, Jacob Crandall, and Bradley are at one, and then me, Kyler Perry, my cousin, and then a couple other people are at one. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're in the
Trenton
next one
was
too.
there.
Yeah, because I painted your nails that night.
Yeah, they did a prank. Why did you? Oh,
Because I made a pepper spraying video and you were recording in the first like 5 minutes recording me when you pepper sprayed me, you recorded your freaking hand.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Anyway, we're talking about Halloween.
That was Halloween.
That was October. Anyway, so we love Halloween, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
We love Halloween movies. I'm like a movie fanatic. Preston loves movies. But like I'm trying to make movies my job. I'm a aspiring filmmaker. But and we have completely different taste in movies, and we'll get to that later because I asked Preston to make a top 5 list of top 5 movies that get you into the Halloween spirit.
See, I bet we're gonna have the Halloween spirit ones. Like, if it'd be different if we were making like a top 5 movies versus
Yeah.
a top 5. Because
Well, yeah,
I think
okay.
we're gonna have 2 or 3 matches, especially with our honorable mentions.
Maybe.
I bet we will.
We just have such a different taste. I love older stuff. You like the new stuff.
I like some older stuff, but there's
But I didn't want it to be like, and we'll get to this later, so
Yeah,
we can move on. Well, I want that to be later in the podcast.
for sure.
We wanted to talk a little bit about the origins of Halloween and how, like, what did it start as and how it is today with just kids trick-or-treating, because I know it didn't always used to be like that.
Yeah.
We know that it came from a pagan religion holiday. That's a sound bit.
Yeah. Pagan.
We just pulled a little bit of different paragraphs from certain websites we wanted to read off of and react to. This one says the Halloween holiday has its roots in ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, a pagan religious celebration to welcome the harvest at the end of summer, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. And I think that's sick that they wore costumes and stuff to like ward off the bad spirits.
Yeah, I'm the
and
monster.
blend in, and like and blend into the evil going around on All Hallows Eve.
Camouflage.
And in the next paragraph it says that Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor the saints and All Saints Day, which I knew that. I knew that was like a Halloween origin story. Came to incorporate some of the traditions of Samhain. The evening before All Saints Day is known as All Hallows Eve, and now is known as Halloween, obviously. And then we wanted to get into like the origins of traditions, like, and I'll get into it later with one of my movies for the traditions. We'll have to wait and see, but
I don't know what you're talking about with that. What do you mean?
What did you get for the origins of Halloween?
Origins of Halloween, I got pretty much exactly what you did with the pagan.
The pagan stuff.
Well, I really thought that, and this was before I did any research, I really thought that the Salem witch trials had something to do with Halloween, but then I looked it up and it had nothing to do with it, so
You're going to have to educate me on that because I've never heard of the Salem witch trials.
Bruh. The Salem witch trials? That'll have to be another podcast because it has nothing to do
A
with
whole other podcast?
It's insane and it has nothing else to do. It has nothing to do with Halloween. Like, look at this. Wait, no, I already got rid of it. But I looked up, does the Salem witch trials have anything to do with the origins of Halloween? Because I honestly thought that it had everything to do with it. And in big bold letters, has nothing to do with Halloween. So
basically we're clueless.
Yeah, but Salem and all that stuff, it's definitely a Halloween spot for tourism, and I'm pretty sure they have.
We gotta go to Salem.
They have the biggest Halloween festival, I'm pretty sure, in the world.
For sure. I've seen videos.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the witch trials, but I've seen videos like during the Halloween season.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But most people say that Halloween is rooted in evil, when really it's like a Christian background. They did it to ward off evil spirits. Like it said in the paragraph. Okay, this one, Preston just pulled up. Paganism is a term first used in the 4th century by early Christians for people in the Roman Empire who practiced polytheism, whatever that is, or ethnic religions other than Judaism. So it was kind of like a celebration to ward off evil spirits, if I'm coming to understand. And now it's like turned into just, I don't think those practices really going today. Most people, there might be some people that still do it, but I think it's just kids in costume getting candy.
What do you mean?
Like
Witchcraft?
Well, witchcraft goes on for sure.
I was about to say, he just told me not to pick up that book in the spirit Halloween, so I was like...
I skipped that aisle in spirit with the witch stuff. That could be a whole other combo, but for sure it goes on. There's witches out there. Do you believe in ghosts?
Heck yeah, I believe in witches too. I definitely
believe in
do.
ghosts and ghouls and...
Oh yeah, I believe in a lot. I don't necessarily believe in Bigfoot, but...
Oh, I believe in Bigfoot. Dude, Bigfoot's gotta be out there.
I believe, this might sound very weird, I believe in the Yeti, but not Bigfoot.
The Yeti?
Yeah.
Like the snow one?
Yeah.
That's Bigfoot.
Well, no, Yeti's a Yeti.
Bigfoot went to Antarctica all of a sudden. All of a sudden.
No, I don't think that's how it works. If you like do your research on Yetis and Bigfoot, Yetis are kind of like polar bears to a brown bear. They're just crazy giant, and supposedly in all the stories they're more fierce. Like,
I'll just say this. Same thing with the alien deal. There's too much evidence.
I believe in it.
For me to personally say that there's no way it exists. Like, dude, come on. You know how much forest we have out there?
A big ass.
We're getting out.
Oh wait, you did not just compare aliens to Bigfoot, did you? Because that's the whole world versus...
Okay, aliens... I wouldn't be surprised if there are aliens out there, but...
I'd be more surprised if there's Bigfoot than aliens.
No, for sure not.
What? It's the whole world versus freaking our land.
Our land. Anyway, back to Halloween. How do we get on Bigfoot and aliens on a Halloween podcast?
Something to do with pagans.
Anyway, enough of that crap. So I wanted to talk about a little bit more about Halloween traditions. Okay, so first let me ask you, what are you doing?
No, I'm just.
Oh. We're getting off.
We're traditions right now.
Okay, traditions. So where did jack-o'-lanterns come from? Do you know that?
Jack-o'-lanterns.
You know the story?
Story. Yeah, that dude named Jack.
Yeah, let me read it to you. The tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland using turnips instead of pumpkins. It is allegedly based on a legend about a man named Stingy Jack who repeatedly trapped the devil and only let him go on condition that Jack would never go to hell. Somehow this little ass kid
Trying to make a deal with
control the devil and
Yeah.
tell him what to do. But Jack died. He learned that heaven did not want his soul either, so he was forced to wander the earth as a ghost for eternity. The devil gave Jack a burning lump of coal and a carved-out turnip to light his way. Locals eventually began carving scary faces into their own turnips to frighten away evil spirits.
That sounded like Jack had the devil by the balls.
I don't believe that story for a second.
Devil even gave Jack a little lantern to help him out. Like what?
I think that's just a story. I don't really know where jack-o'-lanterns came from, but I think it's more modern
What?
than that.
You don't think maybe pumpkins themselves and like yams and things were decorations, and then some person just came and decided to moderate it and carve it just for fun?
I think
for art purposes.
I think if anything, it has to do with the same thing that people were wearing costumes to ward off evil spirits. I think they were putting the jack-o'-lanterns out in front of their houses or cottages to ward off evil spirits. And
Like the scary costume type thing.
I think it's like the same effect of that. But
What if there was like a chef, right? Just carving up pumpkin. Not like carved faces, but opened up top with the circle, digging everything out, and he was just acting a fool of himself. He made a little face in it, and then people just started doing that.
I don't think so. Anyway,
Maybe.
back to Halloween.
It's Halloween.
So, what is something, I wanted to ask you this, what is something that you have to do every spooky season?
Every spooky season, something I
Like-
have to do.
Are you a pumpkin spice chick, or do you like the pumpkin spice lattes? I do. I'm a pumpkin spice girl. 100%.
Wait, you're confusing me here.
So, like, what is something that you have to do during the spooky season?
I have to watch scary movies. I've watched or a scary show. I've watched a scary movie or a scary show or something that I used to watch as a kid to like reminisce on, like Goosebumps. I'll still watch that crap. But I've watched one scary thing every single day.
So, like, do you carve pumpkins every year?
I try to do that stuff, but like I have always went to spook houses, but last year unfortunately I wasn't able to go to one.
Yeah, I didn't go to any last year, so this year we gotta hit them hard.
Oh yeah, and
Like,
there's so many more.
I drink coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, so I have to get the pumpkin spice latte all spooky season. I'm getting that, and then I always like to go to a what do they call it? Like a corn maze pumpkin patch?
Corn, like a cornfield.
Pumpkin patch, like
Just go buy pumpkin, but at a
yeah,
literal
at
farm
an
pumpkin patch.
Actual farm. It has vibes
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over it.
Like the one we used to go to school. Where was that? That was insane.
I can't.
Cause that place that gives me a lot of memories.
Yeah, there's one good one around here that everybody goes to, but
Yeah.
I like to go to one of those every year.
So you like going to legit pumpkin patches and
Oh yeah.
shopping?
At least once of the spooky season, I want to go to a pumpkin patch, for sure, just to get the vibe going.
I've noticed that.
And then we like to carve jack-o'-lanterns.
I've noticed.
Is your mic going out?
There it goes.
Mine will pick you up if it does. But
But I've been putting my LED lights to purple and orange in my room.
That's the extent you don't decorate?
I mean, when I had on my mask, dude, I used to put them on. I used to have a whole wall dedicated to just mask. And all together, we had... Okay, me, over time, I got like 7 amazing masks. Like, top dollar, like, I mean, not top dollar, but like $40, $60, how they normally cost, masks. And then I had like some plastic ones that were nice and some purge ones that were kind of stupid, but still masks. I had a whole collection, just like you guys. The whole wall would be covered. And that was my decoration. That with some LED, like that, it's cool having that just set up around your house. But
I'm a movie freak though.
Yeah, you see, like when we went to Spirit Halloween, I wanted to get the little gun from Killer Clowns from Outer Space because that'd be a good little decoration. Or Freddy's hands, you know, and the
hands,
gloves, his gloves.
He only has one glove.
He has 2.
No, I don't. Or does he?
He has 2.
I thought he just had the one.
He has 2.
Huh? I thought he just had one.
Here, we'll pop it up for you.
Nah. Anyway. So you don't drink. You drink coffee, don't you? You don't like the pumpkin spice?
I just don't. I drink coffee, but when it's offered to me, not when I have to go make it.
Oh, I go like to Starbucks and get me the pumpkin spice latte.
No, I'll normally go straight to like McDonald's and get me a Dr. Pepper.
McDonald's has a good pumpkin spice.
They have pumpkin spice latte?
Dr. Pepper, that's your Halloween drink?
That's my year-round drink.
So for me, obviously I have to watch spooky movies, and we'll get to those later. Here in a minute, actually. I like to go to the pumpkin patch every year. And we carve pumpkins. Obviously, we're going to get a pumpkin there, so we carve almost every year. Me and my girlfriend I'm talking about. And then I like to decorate. I haven't decorated actually that much this year, but I always have my mask out.
You got some out. You got your Camp Crystal Lake crab, and you got your screams.
More summer, but okay. We're going to get to probably the best part of the show here. I want to list off our top 5 movies that get us into the Halloween spirit. Not necessarily our favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
But these movies we have to watch every October, every Halloween season, to just set off the mood right from the very get-go. Probably watch them September.
It's a must.
Real quick, when does spooky season start for you? Some people start in August, which I'm not opposed to, but I think I
start mine when it gets cold. Yeah. Like when fall comes, like when it gets cold and then it stays cold. Not when it gets cold and then it goes back to summer feeling.
Yeah.
But like it's definitely so honestly just the beginning of October.
For me, it starts September 1st. I think September 1st is part of it, but it kind of is a little bit too warm still in September, at least here. Mm-hmm.
It used to not be.
I can't start it in August. Some people start August 1st. That's the first day of fall. Not for me, because here in August it's still freaking 90-degree weather summer. Yeah. So I'm not going to get a pumpkin spice latte when it's 100 degrees outside. It's got to be cold. It's got to feel right.
Yeah.
So September 1st. That's when spooky season starts. That's the rules.
For me, it's October 1st. But okay.
So I'm going to have Preston start from the bottom of your list. Start at 5 and go up to 1.
Okay. So do you want me to do my honorable mentions first just because they didn't make it?
We'll do honorable mentions last. Like after we say our list.
Last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start at 5 and go up to 1.
Okay. So my number 5 is the Halloween movie series with Michael Myers.
The whole series?
Well, I don't have
one.
I know because I don't have a favorite one, and if I had a favorite one, and if I rewatched it over and over and over again, then Michael Myers probably wouldn't be a part of my Halloween anymore because I get so annoyed with it. And there's also so many Michael Myers movies out there that any of them.
I think, is there 13 now? With the new trilogy?
You would know. I wouldn't.
I have the whole set.
Yeah, I have the whole set, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 12
a
or
lot.
13.
My number 4, whew, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns? That gets you in the Halloween spirit?
Dude, it's just... So, clowns. Anything to do with clowns. So, there's another one on my top 10. On my, not top 10, top 5. That clowns. They just freak me the F out, dude. Like,
I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space, don't get me wrong, but I don't get that vibe off it.
Think about it, like, there's even a night where I'm pretty sure they trick or treat, or everyone's just running around town at night and getting shot with lasers.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it's based in Halloween. I think it's like late summer, maybe getting into... It might be like September, but it's not Halloween.
well, like, where they're based in?
Yeah.
Like, they're...
I think it's like September in the movie.
But, like, clowns, like... I don't know. It looks like they're all dressed up and crap.
We lost our visual here. 1 second.
But yeah,
Keep talking.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's just a very unique classic, bro. With all the colors, and it's just enjoyable to watch, especially your very first time watching it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The clown vibe.
It's a great movie.
It's always got me into the Halloween spirit.
It's a great soundtrack. If you listen to the soundtrack, the song they made for it, Killer Clown song, you gotta listen to it on Spotify.
Is there just a whole song?
Well, it's in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's also on Spotify. It's a great song.
What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Anyway, what's your number 3?
3. This is one of them I think we matched on. So, my number 3 is probably going to be... I couldn't pick 1 or 2 because they're both great, so I'm just going to say 1 and 2, but Jeepers Creepers, bro.
Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Gosh, y'all get up, how'd they get so lit up? Gosh, y'all get up, how'd they get that size?
Jeepers Creepers.
Anything that has to do with, like, small town, just because we kind of, like, can I say where you grew up or no?
Yeah, you can say. I don't care.
So, like, Carterville, like...
Carterville, Missouri.
Has that small town, creepy, old structure vibe, and it's very chill.
There's something great about Jeepers Creepers that you can't put your finger on.
It's like, it's not a slasher, and it's not a...
I consider it a monster movie.
Yeah, like a lot, not... What's the lagoon monster? What's his name?
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Kind of, like, it's a creature. Like, it's a monster.
Yeah, I'd compare him to him. It kind of like, yeah.
It's not supernatural, but at the same time, it's not a straight slasher guy. But it's a demon. It's a demon dressed up as a guy driving a truck, killing people. So it's like right in the middle. It's so weird.
And it's also, it keeps it simple.
And the music and everything.
Yeah, something about the music and the Jeepers Creepers song.
It gives you the chills, bro.
It's just...
It's a good Halloween
I love that movie. I love it. It's not even... It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. It's definitely probably in the top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Facts.
What's your number 2?
Number 2, so going with the clowns. The clowns, like... I went with the OG and the new It movies. Just because,
really?
Yeah.
That gets you in the Halloween vibe?
Dude,
I
yes.
think it's based in fall, because it's like...
It's based in fall, but it's also not like a trick-or-treating, but you definitely get, like, the fall festival type vibe.
Yeah.
But, dude...
As you can tell, Preston's kind of cheating on these.
What?
You have, like, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, then you have It 1 and 2, then you have the whole series of Halloween.
Well, just because I can't pick them. I just know, like...
You could have picked one and then put the others in honorable mentions.
Well, I have, like, a whole...
It's fine. I don't really care.
Yeah, my honorable mentions kind of say the exact same stuff too.
Back to it, me and you both went and seen both of them opening night theater when they dropped out.
Dude,
and they're the first one.
Remember the first one? We didn't know there was gonna be part 2, and then we kept watching, and then said part 2, and we're like, oh, we can't freaking wait until this comes out. Fast forward like how
part
many
2 kind
years?
I think it came out 2 years later because the year after It 2017 was Halloween 2018, and then the year after Halloween 2018 was It 2.
Dude, it was good.
That was a good 3 years, but
I love it.
Even though It 2 kind of flopped for me, I didn't like it as much. It 2017 was a great theater experience for
kids?
me. Yeah, that was an awesome movie. I do like It 2017.
I love them both.
It Chapter 2 just kind of flopped. I don't think they did very good with the adult versions of the kids, and I didn't like whenever they did it at the... Or Pennywise at the end, he changed it to the spider again, just like the original.
You didn't like that? You
I don't like that.
You didn't like the... Well, he's not a spider. He's a demon. Like, he's from a different world.
He can be whatever he wants, though. And they do the spider again?
No. The spider is his main... Like, that's what he looks like.
That's his main form?
That's his form.
Okay.
He's all about fear, so he can turn into anything. That's his main fear. That's his main form, but he's a demon of fear, so that's why, like... The dude that hated germs, he got that gross, sick, snotty fucker. And then the dude that had the stutter, the main guy, he hated not being able to save other people. So he always got put in bad situations where someone was dying right in front of him.
Yeah. I need to rewatch Chapter 2.
Dude, they're good.
I don't think I've ever rewatched it. I've only seen it in theaters.
So I also put that the OGs are just as badass as the new, but the new one has better CGI, so it has a little better scares. But they're both good.
Actually, the original 1990 miniseries. It is a recent watch for me, and I liked it. It was okay.
Yeah, the OGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I have it on Blu-ray.
They're creepy.
I like it, but it's not like amazing to me.
Well, it's not like this scene in the OG isn't creepy. I mean, isn't like jump out of your seat scary, but it's creepy. Like the music that when he's in the freaking library and only the one old guy can hear him. He's spinning. He's popping on the clowns. That's actually. I
thought that. Yeah, that was.
Watching it alone, it just gives you a chill, though. Kind of like The Shining.
You have to have, like, if you have a phobia of clowns, it would definitely get to you.
And that's why I have 2 clowns on my top 5. Clowns just put me in that Halloween mood, bro.
Does it?
They really do.
So what is the top dog? What's number 1? This movie is like, it gets you in the Halloween spirit more than any other movie ever.
So, when I think of Halloween, I think of things that are going to scare the crap out of me. So, like, going to spook houses, watching the scariest movies of all time, doing everything that's really going to give me chills down my spine. Like, I'm not going to want to walk down the hall at night alone in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to want to turn on every light. And the movie Hereditary. That gets me going like crazy.
So recent, did that come out 2019?
It's a newer movie, but it's crazy. It's crazy, scary. It's like cultish vibe. The insane kills. There are 1, 2, 3. There's 4 because it's family of 4, and then grandma dies of old age. There's a bunch of different kills, but. Spoiler alert, freaking 2 heads get decapitated, one by a freaking pole while going like 50 miles an hour. This little girl sticks her head out a car window and gets her head knocked off. The mom decapitated herself with a freaking sawzall thing when she's floating in the air. But the whole reason this movie is on my number 1 spot in my top 5, the scariest scene I have ever seen in my life is when the mom is chasing her son. She hops out of the corner of the living room. She's like hiding in the shadows. He runs into the attic door. Then all of a sudden you just hear him like say, stop mom, he's crying. You hear knocking. When I heard the knocking, I thought she was like just being creepy and like knocking like this. It panned down to her. She was on the ceiling banging her head on the freaking attic door, and that is the scariest scene I have ever seen.
It gets you in the Halloween vibe?
it gets me scared out of my seat. Like, I can't watch it alone and walk down the hallway with lights turned off. Like, I can't.
So, I watched it. It's a good movie. It doesn't get me in the Halloween vibe whatsoever.
It has nothing to do with Halloween.
It is a scary movie, though.
It has nothing to do with Halloween. But...
So you're saying, like, it doesn't have to be atmospheric. If it scares you, it gets you in the Halloween vibe?
Like... The only movies I could really think of that were pure Halloween vibe were the Halloween movies, because they're normally also based on October 30th.
Yeah.
But, like...
So you actually don't have any specifically based Halloween movies?
Besides Halloween.
Oh, okay, you had that whole series, so...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just because, like, I can't...
You know there's some... Have you seen all of them? When was the last time you watched all of them?
I've seen all of them. There are two that... Well, I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen the last two, but there are two that I don't like at all.
You don't have to even bother. You don't even bother watching the newest two.
No.
They're horrible. Anyway, what's your honorable mentions? What didn't make the list quite?
So... I really, and I didn't know the rules and everything, like, firmly, like, 100%. So, I'm actually going to start with my number 1, because
you didn't have to rank the honorable mentions. I just thought maybe just say them real quick.
Slasher, the TV show, on Netflix. It's kind of like Scream, bro. It has the goriest kills, and they're realistic. Not like it looks like someone's getting stabbed, but, like, some movies go above and beyond with, like, unique kills, like someone steps on something and then it's like a whole trick and then the blade goes in their head, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. It's like this dude will knock you out, chain your feet to a cinder block and throw you in the fucking lake. Like, and it's creepy. Like, he's a crazy serial killer. Pure Scream vibes, but way more serious and way more, like, head-boggling. Like, you gotta focus on the whole show to really, like, who's behind that mask.
Yeah.
But then you got Scream, the movies, and then the TV
Scream.
show. Yeah, they're both insane. Love them. Good. And Halloween vibe. Like, the dude dresses up in a costume, and he goes on a killing spree. I feel like that's... Isn't there even, like, 2 Screams that are based on the 31st? Like, he smashes pumpkins with his feet and shit. And
I can't remember.
I feel like...
That's like a casual... I've watched that series once, I think. Like, the whole series all the way through once. But I watched the original movie multiple times.
Yeah.
I love the original. Anyway.
I've seen all of them. I like all the Screams.
Yeah.
The newest 2, they're not the best, but they're still okay. They need to stop making them, though.
Yeah.
They really do.
Just list off your other ones real quick, and then we'll get to mine.
My last one is The Strangers. Just scary as fuck.
I watched that.
Because it could actually happen.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I like 1 and 2, but 1 is better to me. And it could actually happen, and the only reason why it happened was because the family was home. That's what they said.
So that's interesting. So our lists are going to be way different, because Preston, besides the Halloween series, I'll get that. Besides the Halloween series, Preston has no Halloween-based movies, which is fine. I mean, whatever gets you into the spirit.
Like, clowns, pretty much, bro. Clowns.
Anything that scares you, yeah, clowns.
Bro.
So, okay, so let's get into my list real quick.
Let's hear it.
And I'll say this right now. We have no matching.
Not even Jeepers?
Not even Jeepers.
He's not even on an honorable mission?
No. Jeepers is a great movie.
Or Scream?
No. I love Scream.
Halloween isn't in your top 5?
Okay. We'll get to that, but
I didn't pick
I'm talking about, yeah, like...
Because I didn't pick a certain movie?
Yeah, other than that, we have no matching. Spoiler alert. But I love Jeepers and I love Scream, but they don't give me a Halloween vibe.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so...
we really had complete opposites.
Yeah, top 5. Number 5 is Halloween 4, 1988.
Fuck off, Wade.
And the reason...
Which one was...
The Return of Michael Myers. Halloween 4.
What happens?
Yeah. So that's the one where he's chasing Jamie, the little girl. His niece.
Yeah.
The reason I picked that one is it has some of the best atmospheric vibes to it. Like, it feels like Halloween when you're watching that movie. And for people who are fans of the movie, The Vincent drugstore, that entire scene is just, I love that entire scene. I think that's my favorite part of the movie is the Vincent drugstore, showing the Halloween mask on the shelves and the decorations and stuff when she's picking out her costume. That just instantly puts me in Halloween vibes when I watch that movie. And the opening credits to that movie is some of the most atmospheric, like even when like the title card and they're going through different shots of like the barn and just ghosts flying, like hanging from trees, ghost decorations and stuff like that. It just puts you in the spirit instantly. As soon as you start that movie, you're in Halloween vibes, 100%. I could watch that movie in December and it would put me in Halloween vibes.
Give the troopers a chance to search.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being. That part of him died years ago.
Anyway, number 4 is Halloween 3, 1982.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the horror-thon.
So this is the one that doesn't have Michael in it. It's Season of the Witch. This is the one where it has the evil dude that's making the 3 masks, the pumpkin, which I have.
Yeah.
The skeleton and the witch.
Yeah.
And it melts kids' faces when they were watching the pumpkin on the TV. And they turn into like snakes and stuff. Have you watched that?
This is a Halloween movie?
Yeah, but it doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
I have not seen that.
It's the one where they tried to go off and make an anthology series.
I thought you were talking about the Rob Zombie one.
No.
No, I haven't seen that at all.
No, yeah, it's a good movie. It has great atmospheric Halloween, like the soundtrack to it, which I'll play it on the.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me this movie.
That one's one that you need to watch, but that is my number 4. For number 3 is another movie Preston needs to watch. It is Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
2007. That one just has Halloween vibes all over it. The atmospheric in that one, or the atmosphere in Trick or Treat is insanely good. Pumpkins everywhere, dead leaves everywhere.
Okay, wait. What? Okay, so what? Your like ideal movie for Halloween is literally Halloween.
For me, it's gotta have Halloween in it.
So like,
it doesn't have to be because for my next one that I'm about to say, but like I want to see pumpkins. I want to see
trick or treating.
Yeah, I want to see like decorations up and fall leaves.
So like, not a scary movie, but like movies that will probably get you in the Halloween spirit more than like a Jeepers Creepers and all that would probably be in like a Hocus Pocus or
and most people would have that on their list. I do like Hocus Pocus.
I love Hocus Pocus.
But it's just not one of my top ones. I watched it for the first time last year, so it doesn't have...
Which is wild to me.
It doesn't have the effect on it.
That is absolutely
like
wild.
Beetlejuice, my first time watching...
Yeah, guys. He watches freaking Hocus Pocus last year, which is wild, and then Beetlejuice a couple nights ago.
My first time watching Beetlejuice.
And since it's not classic, it's still a classic movie, but since he didn't watch it, like, at a younger age with... I don't know, a family. I don't know why it's so like memorable to me, but those movies are top notch. Like,
yeah, I liked it. It wasn't like I didn't see the huge hubbub about it.
Yeah, it's
so
not
the main character Beetlejuice was not in the movie nearly as much as I thought he was.
Well, it's just a really short movie.
It is. It's a short movie. But anyway, number 2, Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
And I knew that wasn't going to be on your list because you don't watch those old
that's like the black and white one, right?
Yeah.
Is that
it has it colored, but I watch it in black and white.
They normally played at Twisted Forest when you're waiting in line.
They might, I don't know.
Like,
do they?
With the burning barrels.
Twisted Forest is a spook-ass movie.
Yeah. But there would be like burning barrels and then a huge... Remember when we were waiting in line with all these monsters because we were just waiting forever? We kept buying monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Andrew was there with us. I'm pretty sure that movie was on there.
It could have been.
It's like black and white.
Anyway, I love this movie. This is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Yeah, it's the first zombies movie ever.
Ever?
Ever. This movie created zombies. The modern zombie that you know today, it created those. Anyway, this movie, it's not based on Halloween. It's actually, I think, based in the summertime. But it gives me Halloween vibes all over it. I can put this movie on, or I have to watch this movie in October. It might be like the first movie I watched during the September, early September. It's probably the first one I put on to get me into that mood.
Why does it get you in that mood?
It's the soundtrack, it's the directing, just the close-up shots. It just got vibes all over it for me. I think mostly it's the soundtrack and the opening. The opening scene of the car driving up to the cemetery and the zombie attacking her in the cemetery, like all those shots, it just instantly puts me in the vibe.
See, and also, like, I think the reason why some of my movies, like, even though they didn't originate with Halloween itself, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Jeepers Creepers, like the originals, or even the new ones, they all kind of originate in an older style vibe. Like, the towns are older style, so, like, an older movie, I can see how that would, like, pinpoint Halloween.
Yeah.
Just an older culture or something. I don't know why, but, like, Carterville makes me think of Halloween every time I watch it.
Going to Carterville makes you think?
Yeah.
I grew up there, so it's kind of like, it just feels like home where I go. And then obviously number one, Halloween 1978, John Carpenter's classic.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
That movie just, I can't say enough about Halloween. People have talked about it ad nauseum. I don't even have to say anything about it. It's a perfect movie in my eyes. The vibes, the soundtrack, John Carpenter's soundtrack, the mask, everything about it just screams Halloween. I have to watch that every Halloween. I watch it multiple times during October. I probably already watched it at least 5 times this month.
This fucker?
Yep. The original. And then for my honorable mentions, I have Halloween 2, 1981. I love that one.
Wait.
As you can tell, I'm a huge Halloween.
Yeah, were all of yours Halloween besides number 2?
No. I have, 3 Halloween series movies in my top 5, yeah. But, and then Wolfman, 1941. That's cool. The original Wolfman.
I probably haven't seen that.
I have the collection on Blu-ray. It's awesome vibes. The soundtrack is awesome in that one. It's just a fun watch. I mean, you have to be able to watch black and white movies without getting bored. And I love black and white movies. Like, I want to do a video or like a podcast series where I just talk about old 40s, 50s, even 30s, just black and white horror movies where it all began. And then for my last one is a new one, actually. I don't know if Preston's seen this one. Came out in 2019. It's called Haunt. And I actually it has a cool picture on it. He's looking at the Blu-ray, but people who can't see. But it is about this group of teens that go into a haunted house. They're out on Halloween. They're looking for a good haunted house to go to. This one comes up out of nowhere. They go into it, and they find out that the workers inside are very much real killers and not just haunting attractions.
Kind of like that old movie, The House That the October's Built.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one though yet.
It's not that good.
I've heard it's not very good. But this one is actually very good. It has the classic 4 masks in it, the witch, the ghost, the devil, and the clown. You would love this movie. I know for a fact.
It looks pretty good.
Like, you would love this movie. This is like your type 100%. Yeah, I watched that recently.
I want to add another honorable mention.
What's that?
The Terrifier, bro.
Oh yeah, the Terrifier.
Dude, I forgot about that movie.
Okay, Terrifier 2, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Terrifier 2 takes place on Halloween.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a Halloween movie, 150%.
So that's gonna be badass.
Like, you need to watch it. I like it way better than the first one.
Does it link up though with the first one? Because you know at the very end of the first one, he does that weird kill with that interview girl. Like he's hiding in the dress room.
It kind of does, but at the same time, it's its whole own movie. Like, it has, I think, that girl in it at some point, but mostly...
She didn't escape the
No, not alive, like on the TV.
Oh, okay.
But, like, it's its own movie. It's a whole different story, kind of. It's following this new girl. Oh, yeah. Terrifier's there. And, like, it starts off at the beginning, he's going after that kill, like after the first movie. It's a funny scene. He goes to the laundromat. It's like right after the cops are flying up to where the murders just happened in the first movie, and he goes to the laundromat and washes his bloody clothes, and he like strips down naked, and there's like one guy sitting in there with him, like you just gotta watch it.
Looking at him and shit.
Yeah, he's looking down at him like, and Terrifier's. It's good. I don't want to spoil anything. It's freaking good.
I know, dude. Terrifier.
I'll put it on after this.
He's freaky.
But anyway, that was a good movie. And I think that will conclude this episode. I think that's a good ending point. Did you have anything else? Oh yeah, do you have any Halloween plans this year?
I'm honestly gonna look up the best spook houses in this area, because what was it? We had those flyers from Spirit that said go on our website and look at the reviews, and I'm gonna see what reviews are the best.
We're gonna try to go to as much as we possibly can.
They're about $20.
They're freaking expensive, so that might actually only be like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We'd be lucky to go to 2, honestly.
I also really want to buy me a mask this year as well, so probably 2.
I try to buy a mask every year. I bought 2 this year.
I gotta restart.
If you want to count the ones I did, I bought like 5 this year. But
yeah. Well, what about you? Any plans besides spook houses?
Spook housing, yeah. For Halloween itself, Halloween Day, I have no idea.
Do we have any new Halloween movies coming out? Scary movies coming out for October?
Well, we had a few already. The Exorcist, which was trash.
I know there's
Exorcist Believer was horrible.
I know there's like a list of Netflix created movies that I've heard have pretty good reviews.
I feel like there probably is, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if there's any Halloween movies coming out that's Halloween based. But I'll be looking out for them.
What do you?
Which might go over to like some of her family friends throws Halloween parties. My girlfriend, we might go there. But yeah, we plan on watching more scary movies, getting in the vibe.
Plan on making any more podcasts?
Yeah, I think my next podcast actually, since I already said my list, my next podcast I believe is going to be reviewing and inspecting
whatever movie. Is it
which
Haunt?
one? Oh, Night of the Living Dead. I wanted to do a podcast on Night of the Living Dead. And the way I think I'm going to do movie reviews is like talking mostly about box office and budgets of movies, production, like what the cameras they used. Like I like to get into that stuff because I want to make movies someday. And I would like, that's what I'm going to
Did we talk about Slasher? Or did I tell you, what were we talking about? And then I was like, no, you need to like watch it.
I can't remember.
Because then I was like, you should probably do a whole podcast on that. What was that?
I can't remember.
It wasn't Slasher, was it?
No. You said we
the Salem Witch Trials.
A whole podcast.
Yeah, because
for that one,
nothing to do with.
Yeah, I'll have you back to do that one.
Bet. Okay.
So you want to like put your socials? What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube channel. The King. I'm joking.
P-Wing.
P-Wing, yeah, it's P-Wing, but what's my @ Because,
I don't need to look up P-Wing on YouTube. All caps. That's P-W-I-N-G.
Yeah, I can't look it up right there.
And I'll probably list it below this video on if you're listening on YouTube. Right now, YouTube is the only spot for this podcast, but in the future, I plan on putting it on everywhere.
Spotify and stuff?
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that. But while he's looking that up, mine is Steven Hendricks on YouTube, which you're here already. So go ahead and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. And then I have my film channel, Hendricks Films, where I upload my short films that I make. And I plan on doing more and getting more professional at them. So go check out those two. And for Preston?
And P-Wing, you can look up P-Wing. If that doesn't work, look up P-Wing 07. I'm more of a adrenaline rush channel. I'm trying to get better at vlogs and just the way I video. Like, I'm just learning, in a learning process right now, but I do a lot of skating videos. Quite a bit of wrecks have happened, so they're pretty entertaining videos. I'm going to try to be making, like, I'm not going to be doing short films like Stevo here, because he'll be a challenger, but I'm going to be definitely making videos with the group.
He's going to be an actor in mine.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing all that. That sounds fun. But yeah, my channel is more of a vlogging style, but I want it to be adrenaline based, like cliff jumps, skydiving, stuff like that, but be pretty fun and entertaining.
Yeah, and I do more movie stuff like movie reviews.
Like, yeah,
I make masks.
We're like almost the complete opposite on video style and everything, but it helps each other out just because we have different views and ways that we look at things, so we can help each other out with that. But that's it with me.
Thank you for listening to the first episode of Spooky Moon, and I'll see y'all next Saturday.